All that I'm taking with me today is this old chair bed, a sleeping bag, a blanket, and a bit of food and hot water. Okay, so we are here. Now, the first step is, I'm just going to park here to start with, mainly because I want to have a look around and find the best place to park. There's a hedge over there, so that could be the best place because then I can put my backside against the hedge. Where I've actually taken you to on this fine and lovely rainy evening is to a Marks and Spencer's car park, which is in the Blue Water Shopping Centre. This is actually the closest I've ever car camped to home, and the advantage of that is that's why I've been able to come out so late. Chosen to do a budget car camp. Where the inspiration for this comes from is when myself and my wife last went car camping in Dymchurch. You might remember it turned out to be a foreign couple who were in a Zafira like me, and actually they car camped, but they car camped with nothing on the car. So they had no blackouts, they had nothing, and as far as I could see in the morning they were literally just sleeping in the boot of the car. So I wanted to do it myself so I could show you actually you can do it. Interestingly, I think for me tonight that this weather is actually perfect for how I'm choosing to car camp, because whilst I can see all the windows are steamed up, because it's so rainy and miserable, it might not be that obvious from the outside, especially where I have the tinted windows on the back half of the car as well. And the bed you would have seen was my mum's old chair bed that I've used a few times. Again, I chose to use that because I think that's something that people may have lying around in their home. So it's the kind of thing that you could just chuck in your car and go car camping. That's what the whole idea of this particular car camp is all about. It's not about having what I call the luxury items that I normally use. This is about chucking a box and a bed in a car and sleeping overnight somewhere. Well, considering I'm just using a selfie light in the back of my car, the lighting's not too bad actually. It might not be a pot noodle, it's still very nice though. And if you've ever wondered, this is what it's like to go car camping with no window covers or blackouts on. All very open and steamy. There's something I want to try on my next car camp, and that is I'm going to try to go live for the first time. But what I will do, I will put a notice out on the community page so you know when it is, and I'll probably even set it as a premiere too, so you know exactly when I'm going to be on, and we'll see how well that actually works. I mean, what's the worst that could possibly happen? Before I had my Jackery, there were different types of lights. Before I bought my Jackery, I was experimenting with different types of lights within the car. So I've got this little mini selfie light that's powered by the battery pack. But what I also bought was this little light here. Now this is actually a light for my camera. Now in terms of the car with this type of setup, it's actually way too bright. But if you was using this with blackouts on and you didn't have a Jackery or a battery pack, then let me just show you how bright this is. So I'll put the selfie light down, and this is it on minimum brightness, and there's maximum. See, it is super bright, but I best turn that off because I don't want to draw attention to myself. safe to say I actually slept quite well last night. What I wanted to do today was to show you that you don't need to buy anything specific to be able to go car camping, and that you can actually do it using just what you've got around your home already. And actually, if you do the same as me, I'm actually very close to home here, but this has been a great way to test if this works. And you can do the same thing, just go somewhere local and you can see how it goes, and you'll feel comfortable because you know you're close to home and you're not miles away. So if anything goes wrong, you can literally just go back. I think it's been a great learning curve, both for me and hopefully for you as well. Breakfast bar, soft bake thingamajig, what's it? Well, that's me pretty much done for today now. I'm gonna put my shoes on, I'm gonna wipe the condensation off all the windows, and I'm gonna scooter off home.